Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome one and welcome all to We Are One, the talk show with your girl, Angie Fox. Hey, call your neighbors, call your friends, call everybody that you know and tell them to tune in now and stay tuned in to the number one empowerment platform in the. Call your neighbors, call your friends, call everybody that you know. Tell them that it's time for them to tune in and hear We Are One, the radio show. Yes, I'm glad to be here. Guess what? It's the first day of the year, 2023. We Are One. This is our first episode for the new year. And we are marching, we are running, we are jogging, we are walking, we are flying into the new year with a whole new attitude. Yes, we will still be empowering each of you as well as ourselves. We are still talking about overcoming depression and suicidal mentality. So, you know, it gives me great pleasure to talk with my family. I'm here today. I'm not rolling alone. We're going to have some fun. I got my big sis, Rabbit, Gwen Heyward, that is. We call her Rabbit. She's here with me today. I got my little child, my little daughter. She's not really the little one. She's the big one. TKO, technical knockout. And then I got Brett on the line here with us, chilling with us today. She's my niece, but she's also my girl. She's a part of the platform. She's part of We Are One. She's the We Are One queen. So here we are today, and we are rolling today, and I'm so glad not to be by myself. Now, we're going to have some fun today because we want to remind you all that as we're entering into this new year, not only are we glad to be alive, but we're doing it with life. So I got these ladies with me because these ladies have overcome some obstacles this year, as well as myself. We've overcome some obstacles. We've overcome by still standing, and we're still able to smile. Through the tears, we're able to laugh. And no matter what, depression will not overtake us. Am I right?
You're right.
All right. So I got Rabbit here to my left, your right, my left. She has overcome or is overcoming tremendous grief after the loss of her husband and her only son and dealing with some other issues. But she's here. She's how old?
67.
67. Get the camera, girl. 67 years old, looking good, feeling good, and she is ready for life. And we are going into it laughing this year.
Yes.
You know, I heard Pastor Goodman say one time, Sabretta, that he said something to the effect that I dare you to laugh at the devil.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all remember that?
Big laugh.
He told us that.
Yeah.
And I want to tell you all that we're here today to laugh and have a good time because sometimes life will hit us so hard that you knock the wind out of you. But if you laugh in the face of adversities, you will overcome it and not it overcome you. Yes. TKO sitting right here with us. She's not is she the youngest? No, she's not the youngest in the bunch. I think Brett is the youngest, but TKO is a young woman who just lost her husband about less than 2 months ago. So the struggle is real, but it's also fresh. But she's still standing. She's here with us today to laugh, even while she's crying. Brett, you probably the only one ain't been through nothing. Is that true? You have been through anything?
I've been through a lot. What do you mean?
You know what I'm saying? Have you been through anything at all? Like has life happened to you?
Life has really happened.
Has it knocked you down?
Yes, it has.
Have you been hurt?
Yes, I have.
See, I have to ask those questions because Brett goes along in life like nothing in the world bothers her. She rose like she's always all right.
I do.
She does.
I do. I've developed that. I think that started when I was younger.
How?
Things in the family, things happening. I just always developed that I don't have time to be sad about it. If I'm gonna cry at home when I'm by myself and nobody can see because I don't want nobody to see me crying. I'd rather be the person helping you if you're crying than you see me crying.
Wow. Wow, okay, maybe you should be a counselor or a therapist or so.
And
I mean,
that's
that to me, that's a
that.
sign of strength because I'm kind of like that. I'd rather help other people than to have somebody help me. And when I break, it's like, oh wow, the whole world knows she breaks, you know. But then in the midst of breaking, I hear things like, especially from my husband, you strong, you can handle it. And I'm like, why do I have to always be strong and handle it?
Because that's who you is. That's how you act.
That's how I act.
Yes.
And I carry myself that way because I want to be able, like you say, Brett, I want to be able to be the one that people can come to and get help, get a hug, get a smile, get that strength, lean on me. You know, so if I'm falling, then I have to have, I guess I'm gonna say this for me. I don't know about you, Brett. Y'all tell me if this is y'all. I have to have at least one person that I can go to where I can be vulnerable, where I can be transparent, really transparent, where I can be weak, where I can cry, where I can scream, and who will see me at my worst, not see me as this pillar of strength because sometimes I don't feel like being strong.
That's true. That's a great way to describe being considered the strong. The strong person.
And I think now, because if you all of us on social media, right? And we are all, of course, out in the world. But I've heard, and I know you have heard this before, strong people need people too. Because so many times people look at the strong people or who are then defined as the strong ones, the ones like that don't cry, the ones that I'd rather help you, you know, than you see my weakness. And then people tend to think, like I told Sabretta in the beginning, just now, I said to her, have you even been through anything? We tend to think that that person doesn't deal with adversities. You know, does anything bad ever happen to her? Has life even knocked her on her behind once or twice? And you have to wonder because you've never seen that person vulnerable or what people may call weak. What some people call weak, I don't. I don't in other people. But I call it in myself. That's a weakness. That's weak. That's you being weak, and I don't want somebody to see me being weak. Like Rabbit is my oldest sister. She's the oldest of 7, right? I'm 57. She's 67. But I'd rather her not see me cry. I'd rather be there for her and help her through her tears than for her to see me cry and know that Skinny Minnie, that's my nickname only for her. Only for her. She calls me Skinny Minnie, nobody Skinny else. Minnie. That Skinny Minnie, I'd rather not have her see me cry or need her.
That makes sense.
But is that good? Is that good?
No.
Why you say that, Rabbit?
Why? Why? Because why you got to always be the strong one? Why you can't let somebody else help you?
That's a good question.
That is a good question
that I don't know how to answer.
I was about to say I can't even answer that. That's a great question though. Yeah. Why is it that we find it hard to allow others to see us in that moment, but we're okay to see them and help them through it, but not allow others to see us be the one. Well, I may have to cry, but listen, I'm gonna hold these tears till I get
by myself
home and nobody's there, and then I'll release it.
And TKO, you're sort of like that. I've never looked at you as the strong person that the whole world can lean on. But in truth, that's who you are in your circle, in your family, in your surroundings. That's how you are. You rather muffle or stifle a cry than to let somebody see you cry and know that you need help. So you know that about yourself. Why do you do that? Talk loud enough we can hear you. Why do you do that?
I don't know.
See, and so because we're talking about overcoming, right? Because we all know that depression is real. Depression is very real. We know that people having suicidal mentality, not just the thought of suicide, but actually engaging in it, making it happen. I know because I did it myself. So in this time where we want to help people to overcome and not feel like they have to go there. Maybe we should come up with some answers, because what we're saying today, like what Rabbit say, why can't we see you cry and you let us know you need help? I don't want somebody to know I'm hurting. I don't want, that's why I was able to hide behind my life for 17 years while I was suicidal and depressed.
You know what I think it is? I think it's a form of a defense mechanism.
Yeah.
I think it's easier for me to do it that way than to see you, than to allow you to see me being weak and you not be able to use it against me.
Now, is that also sort of a sense of pride?
Yes,
because that's what it sounds like.
I think it is.
And in my case, I think like that. I think it's a bit of pride, because I don't want you to see me at my lowest or see me vulnerable. But yet we tell people it's okay to not be okay, because it is. It is okay if you are not okay. But sometimes, and I guess we're talking to the people today like myself and Brett and Taii-Ko, those of us who are deemed the strong ones or have been carrying a lot of weight on our shoulders for other people, but won't let those people carry the weight for us. So we're talking to you today. Like, this is my older sister, as I said, right? I'd rather hold her and make sure she's okay than to say, Rabbit, I'm hurting. I need you, right? Because then I don't feel like I'm putting weight on her. I feel like I can be strong for her and don't have to put my burdens on her. You know, now we're not talking about God carrying our burdens and take it there and leave it there. We're not going on to that side. We're talking about right here in the natural, dealing with life as it happens. You know, and like Brett say, a defense mechanism where we feel like we've got to do it ourselves. And I'm learning. I'm being told many times, so I think I'm learning. Once it all sinks in, I will learn, put it that way, that you don't have to be everything to everybody. And it's okay to say no. It's okay to stop and take care of yourself. And it's okay to say, I need help. I'm going to learn that this year. I said I'm entering in 2023 with a new attitude, and I'm going to do things differently, because I think 2022 got all it can get out of me, the good and the bad and the worst. And I'm done with it.
Definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
I think the best of me, I think not the best of me. I don't think the best of me has been seen yet. I know the best for me hasn't come yet. But I think the good in me and the worst of me have been exposed in 2022.
Yeah.
So I'm ready for the best of me, not just what God has for me, but the best of me. So I think in order for us to see that, and I know y'all feel the same way, in order for us to see the best, our very best of ourselves, we're going to have to change some things, because we did all we could in 2022.
Yeah.
You know, many areas of my life, and I say this for you, Brett, because you and I talk so much about in different areas of life. I believe that we've given 22 all. I don't think I'm entering 2023 owing 2022 nothing. I left everything I had in 2022, but I still didn't see the best of me, but I did see the worst of me. So in order to get to the best, that best part of me that God created, all of us, I think we all have to individually and collectively change some things.
I think the first part of that is acknowledging and recognizing that there needs to be there's a shift that needs to happen.
Right.
Because you can't move forward in a process not first acknowledging what the issue is. And not even saying that it's an issue, but just acknowledging, okay, I need to adjust something somewhere.
Right.
I know that that's what I do. I know that, no, you're not going to see me cry, but no, I now understand that, one, it's not healthy for me. So I now need to make a step in the direction of becoming healthy.
Wow.
Being healthy is not always about what you eat.
or what medication you on and all that.
Exactly. Being healthy doesn't mean, oh, that person wears 400 pounds, that person wear 125 pounds. Being healthy is so much more. Being mentally healthy to me is it's more important than me having to go buy extra large t-shirt, as opposed to that large shirt I could wear.
Right.
and as opposed to that large shirt, you know what I'm saying?
And it's a post that I put on the We Are One the Movement page. I repost it regularly. It says mental health is health. And believe it or not, Rabbit and TKO, this is part of our mental health, because however we think of ourselves or whatever, that's who we are. And if I walk through life the rest of my life covering up that part of me that needs help, that needs to be cared for, that needs somebody else to stand with me and be that strength with me, then what I'm doing is I'm taking away from the healthy, my health, my mental health. You know, you can have poor mental health or good mental health. And sometimes we suffer from poor mental health and we don't realize it because we're not taking medication for it.
I think another thing we need to get away from is what social media tells us we should be, or what our health should be, or what our mental health should be, and get away from, well, like you were saying, that they're used to the strong people. They'd be like, oh no, you'll be okay.
You're okay.
Let's get out of that, because we're not okay. But that goes back to, okay, well, they think I'll just wait till I get home. I already see that I can't talk to you. But maybe that's a change. And maybe me looking at, if someone tells me that and be like, oh no, you okay? It should be, I should get comfortable enough to say, no, you know what, I'm not okay.
So Rabbit, let me ask you, because that's very important. That's very important, extremely important. When you have those situations that you're in, and TQ, this is for you too. And you know, because I think before other people see our state of mind or our health state, that we know it, even if we don't acknowledge it. So when that happens, Rabbit, is it hard for you to say, I need help? Or I don't care if you're talking to me or just anybody that you trust, maybe another sibling or a good friend, because you have some very good friends. You have friends that are loyal and love you unconditionally. I say that because I know your friends and I know how they feel about you. Is it difficult for you to say, I need help? Or is it easier for you to just pretend like you don't need it?
Or today is not a good day.
Yeah.
You know?
Pretend that I don't need it.
It's easier.
It's easier for me.
Why is it difficult to say, help me? I'm asking you something that I can't answer. I think I answered about
because I don't really want my friends or family to know what I'm going through. I'd rather deal with it by myself.
And that's so many of you that think like that. You would rather deal with it, or I say suffer in silence. And let the weight weigh on you than to, look, I'm gonna just get it off of me. I'm sorry if this burden you, but I need some help. So I'm putting this on you now. Help me.
But I don't want other people judging me either.
Okay.
So
TKO said exactly. So you feel the same way.
Yeah,
talk. You have to talk. This is radio. Okay. So
you got a lot of people that judge you who don't understand what you're going through. I always say, don't judge me until you walk a mile or two in my shoes.
He said a mile or two.
Yeah. Because they don't know what you're going through. I hear a lot of people always used to tell me that it get easier with time, but to me it don't.
I really think that's one of the biggest lies society has said my entire life. I think that's one of the biggest lies ever, that time heals wounds, or it gets better with time, because I've dealt with mental health for 17 years and it did not get better with time. I overcame and got delivered by the word, but it did not get better with time. It's something that you have to do, and how long it takes, nobody can judge or measure. So TKO, do you find that same situation that Rabbit just said be in your situation as well? Because y'all do have one similarity, that you both lost your husbands.
Yes, ma'am.
And I don't even want to imagine what you both are going through. but I know that I see some things in you that I've seen and still see in Rabbit. When it comes to, it's like I can almost look at you and tell when you're being overtaken by grief, or when you're thinking about your husband so much that tears are flowing, and then you're fighting the tears. You're fighting to not cry, but you don't know what else to do because you don't know how to express the pain that you're feeling or the anger that you're feeling or whatever, because we all have, if you've been counseling at all, you learn that there are different stages of grief. And the different stages of grief come regardless of the loved one that you lost. But I don't even want to imagine what it's like to lose a spouse. So when the two of you, because you two can relate to each other, but it's still different. Because I always heard people say, you might have lost a mom, but I said my mom is gone and you just lost your mom. I can't tell you I know how you feel, because I don't. Exactly. Because your pain is still different from mine. Mm-hmm. Although I may understand losing a mom, I don't know your pain. So from y'all experiences, Rebecca, Rabbit, and Taii-Ko, do you all find any relief, if you want to call it that, or help in having that commonality with another? Just knowing you're around somebody who has experienced that loss? Yes. Does it help to be around other people?
Yeah, with me, yeah, like my best friend, we got that one in common. She lost a son, I lost a son. But just like she always tell me, she can't tell me how I feel, what I'm going through, because I lost my mom and my husband and my son. But then she had other kids.
And you didn't have anyone else.
And I didn't have anyone else.
So Taii-Ko, does it help you at all when you are around other people who have experienced the loss that you have just experienced? Yes, ma'am. How, in what way does it help you?
I mean, they can say they understand. It's not they know your pain, but they understand it.
Does it make you feel like you're not alone?
Yes.
And I think that's important. I think it's important that we make ourselves available to help people, even if it's nothing but showing people that they're not alone. Yeah. You know, and as I get older, I'm learning that friendship is more than just having somebody to talk to on the phone all night, or gossip about other people, or come and fight for me because they're bothering me and we ride together. I think friendship has become more endearing to me as I get older, because even though I haven't experienced everything that you've experienced, I've learned that having like-minded people around me, and people who believe the way I believe, and people who will pray for you and come to your rescue and be there for you and have your back, means more to me than just having somebody to chill with or hang out with or party with, or somebody bothering me, so let's go fight, or I need some child. Let me tell you what happened yesterday. It means more to me now as I get older than just, like I said, than having somebody just to chill with. Friendship is like, it becomes like a family to me. I don't use the word friend for everybody. I call every woman my sister. I don't care who you are. If you're a female, you're my sister. Yeah. If you're a male, you're my brother. But not everybody gets to be called a friend. You know, because if I call you friend, then that means I trust you to be strong enough, like we talk about, to help me carry my burden. When things happen, I'm gonna call on that one I call friend. Yeah. And I expect for you not to say, well, girl, I ain't got time right now. That's your problem, not mine. I expect for you to not only lend an ear. If I need to lean on your shoulder, if I need to cry and mess up your little shirt, so be it. If I need you to come and scoop me up and let's go somewhere and just ride until I'm stop, whatever it is that I need, I call you friend. I expect that.
You said a mouthful with that, because I feel like friendship is not always you always have to talk, or you always have to
Right.
be giving advice right at that moment. It could be, look, I might just need to yell.
That's it.
Mhm.
I don't need you to say nothing to me. I don't need you to say it's gonna be okay. I don't need you to say it's gonna be all right. I don't need you to say better days coming tomorrow. I don't need you to say the
Yeah.
sun is gonna shine tomorrow. All I need you to do is give me 2.5 seconds, because all I want to do is yell. I just need to get that out and let it be. And all right, sister, you good? Love you. And that's it. And I think a lot of times we take that word friend
Mhm.
and
It's
just
we
do
use
we
it too
give
loosely.
we give it out like a
Everybody,
quarter.
yeah.
Oh, I don't do that. If people say I'm your friend, no, you not. You are an
Yeah,
acquaintance.
Yeah.
You're not my friend. I
Yeah,
have.
or associate.
I mean, me and Skinny many friends.
Right.
She my sister.
Mm.
But as for somebody who wasn't born in the family, I got cousins who are my friends.
Yeah.
My ride or die.
Right.
But outside of family, I got one BFF. And y'all already know who that is.
Oh,
But I
that
bet
means best friend forever.
Forever, ever.
And ever, ever.
Yes.
But I know
Yeah.
some people are probably wondering, okay, but that's your family. How would family be how would your family member be your friend? You know
They
what I'm saying?
can be,
I know they're
yeah.
probably saying, but that's your sister or that's your cousin, it's not your friend. No,
Because not every
that's
family
possible.
member, not every relative is my friend.
Yes.
No, flip that. Not every relative is a family member.
There you go.
So
That's a
there
whole.
exists-
She's going into a whole other thing now. I was trying to avoid going there, but that is true. Relatives we don't choose.
That's
By
right.
blood, have nothing to do with us. Out of our
That's
control.
true.
But family, you can choose your family, and we come to remind you today to choose carefully those that you call your family, your inner circle, your dream team, if you will, those that you allow to pour into you, that you can pour into. Look, I don't need people in my life that I have to always pour into them and they never pour into me. If I'm always pouring into you, you are not my friend. If you never can pour into me, we're not friends. We may love each other. We may be cool. Rabbit used the term acquaintance. Taii-Ko used the term associate.
Yeah.
We use the term.
It
We can
sure
use
is
it
a social.
relative.
Because when
Yeah.
I would work the B&D, and all these
Call
people
them
talk
names.
about friend, no, you just have a B&D call us associate. You're not my friend.
That's just a
Look,
place
that's
of word
just
where
a-
she used
yeah,
to
that's
work.
what she
Yeah.
used to
We are
work.
one has no affiliation with you.
That's right.
Okay. She's just
But it is.
back
But
in
that's a good example.
Because that's
though.
that's how I feel. We're not friends.
Yeah.
Like they wanted to plan a vacation. Half
Together.
of them are married now.
Oh.
Or they want to go on
great.
vacation with just women. No, I have to leave my husband home. I did not get married to go on vacation with you.
Well, I say that again now. We're going to let that go because that's her.
That's my
I'm
personal
like that too.
opinion.
I'm like that too. But
Yeah,
But no,
I'm
it's
not-
yeah,
understandable.
but that's understandable.
It's
We're
good
talking
for
about-
Sabretta because she's single and Taii-Ko.
Right.
But now it's good for me, but I don't want to go nowhere
Right.
with nobody.
But
I mean,
we
not-
talk
I
about
don't
girl
mean it like
trips or
that,
family
yeah.
trips or something like that, relatives trips, something like that. But just to have people in your circle, in your life, that you can go to, because not everybody goes to a counselor. Let's just keep it real. Not everybody seeks professional, a professional therapist. Some people, all they have are their circle. So if your circle is filled with negativity or selfishness or people who will talk about you rather than pray for you, people who will encourage the negative and the down part to keep you down rather than lift you up, then you need to change your circle.
Especially the ones that agree with
Everything.
you say and have an issue with correction.
Yes.
Or constructive criticism, giving or receiving.
These are some good nuggets. I'm telling you. Listen, choose your inner circle carefully. And if you don't have anybody in your life that you call friend, then let 2023 be the year that you reach out, show yourself friendly, as the word tells us. Do something differently and go out and meet people. Meet people and pray and ask God to give you, put in your path, like-minded individuals that you can trust, that are honest, that are good people, that are good natured, that have character, that are full of integrity, and that are strong enough to be your friend, because that entails a lot more than just having somebody to talk to, you know? So pray and ask God to give you that this year, because part of your healing, part of having good mental health is having a good support system. And I thank God for mine. We love you. We thank God for you. And I pray that something has been said today that has helped you. But you don't, if not enough has been said, check us back out every Monday at 12. Come back and holler at your girl. We're going to be back again next Monday with some more. I started to say with more, a lot of more. Because
All right,
our pastor
Pastor
always
G.
talking about it. Because Clubber Land in one of the movies that carries the Clubber Land said, I got a lot of more. So we got a lot of more. So just keep coming back and checking in with us, because we are going to continue to make every effort to help empower you to overcome. You are an overcomer, and we're here to be with you as we're going through together. God loves you. We love you too. Holla at your girls from We Are One.
Hi. Holla.
You've just been listening to We Are One with your girl, Angie. Thanks for rolling with me today. Come back every Monday at 12 noon for more on overcoming depression